Hi, welcome back to 2B Keto. Normally you see my husband on this channel, but I've decided since he, well, for lack of better terms, can't bake to save his life, I've determined that the keto baking and keto desserts is going to be my wheelhouse. So today, because the weather changed from gorgeous and nice to rainy and windy, I decided today I'm going to try my hand at Keto Cinnamon Swirl Bread. Okay, let's get started. First thing you're going to need in a small to medium bowl is a cup and a quarter of almond flour. Next ingredient you're going to need is a quarter cup of coconut flour. You'll need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Next you'll need 2 ounces of cream cheese. Next you'll need a half a cup of almond milk. I use the Almond Breeze unflavored, unsweetened. You'll need 3 eggs. I also have these out room temperature. You'll need a half a cup of butter. Half a cup of butter is 1 stick. I use salted butter. This will need to be melted. The next ingredient is 1/3 cup of erythritol, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Now I just recently have determined that the Truvia brown sugar blend is the best keto alternative to regular brown sugar. This has 2 total carbs for a half a cup, so this shouldn't add much to your glycemics. And last thing you'll need is a little bit of ground cinnamon, and you'll need 2 teaspoons. All right, you're going to need a standard 9x5 loaf pan, also known as the meatloaf pan. One key thing in keto baking is you're going to need parchment paper. Most things keto baking are either very greasy because of the fat content or very sticky. This not only will save you cleanup time, but also it helps to be also helps you remove the item that you're baking. I have 2 pieces of parchment paper, one going each direction. This will help when you lift it out. All right, let's set our oven. We're going to do a bake at 350 degrees. Go ahead and start that. It does need to be preheated. All right, first step after you have your pan lined and your oven on, you'll take your 1/4 cup of your brown sugar substitute, and you'll add to that 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. This is the good part. And you'll want to break that up and incorporate it together. Put this off to the side. This will be one of the second steps we'll do once we've got the batter ready. All right, once you have your brown sugar and your cinnamon combined together, go ahead and put this off to the side. And you'll need to get your dry ingredients. All right, back to the dry ingredients. You'll need your bowl that you have already prepped, a 1 1/4 cup of almond flour. You'll need to add in the 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and go ahead and give that a mix as well. Once you've got all your dry ingredients mixed, go ahead and put this off to the side with your brown sugar and cinnamon. We'll need this in a minute. Go ahead and take your next bowl. This is where we're going to combine the wet ingredients, and we'll add the dry ingredients into this. So you will need the next size up bowl that you have. I would consider this a medium size bowl. So in your medium bowl, we're going to add the 3 eggs. We're going to add that 2 ounces of cream cheese, softened. You're going to add in your almond milk. We're going to add in that melted butter. One thing about adding butter into eggs is make sure that it's sat for a little bit of time so it doesn't cook your eggs. And the last, we're going to add the erythritol and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. You're going to want to beat these together until they're incorporated. All right, once you've got it all whisked together, you should have something that resembles that. Now note the cream cheese is going to be a little bit lumpy, and that's fine. In keto cooking, you'll find a lot of things get lumpy. So don't worry about it if you whisk it by hand and you end up with some lumps. Next, we're going to go ahead and bring back our dry ingredients. That would be our coconut flour and our almond flour. And baking powder. We're going to go ahead and incorporate this into the wet mixture. Once you have these together, you're going to go ahead and whisk it once again. Don't over whisk it. You've already added your eggs and whisked it. What you don't want to do is have it too dense. So just a quick whisk, and then we'll go ahead and put the ingredients into the loaf pan. All right, once you have your batter, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put about half of this into the bottom of your loaf pan that's lined with your parchment paper. And once you have about half of that in there, you're going to want to spread it evenly along the bottom. You'll be bringing back your brown sugar and cinnamon mixture and doing the same thing. So we're going to actually layer. Take about half of your brown sugar and your cinnamon and layer on the bottom as well. So you should be using the remaining part of your batter for this last step. I just spread this around evenly, and there's that remaining brown sugar and cinnamon. All right, final step for the cinnamon swirl is the swirl. Take your knife, just gently drag it through in a kind of back-to-back pattern. This will incorporate that cinnamon and brown sugar into the flour mixture. And you can choose to do it for however long you think. It's really up to you at this point. I just give it a couple gentle swirls, incorporate that cinnamon and brown sugar into the mix. All right, should look something like that. All right, into the oven, 45 to 60 minutes. What you'll want to have handy is a toothpick or two. You'll want to poke the center top. When it comes out dry, it's ready to go. Good. All right, we've had our Keto Cinnamon Swirl Bread in the oven for just about 50 minutes. I checked it at 40, again at 45, and then pulled it out at 50. So we're going to go ahead and take this out of the pan. All right, give that some time to cool down, and we'll see what it looks like here in just a few minutes. All right, we've let it rest for a while. Let's see how it turned out. All right, it's out of the oven, it's cooled down, we've sliced. Now it's the best part, time to try. So I'm gonna get myself a piece here and a little bit of butter. I think it's gonna be too good that I might not want to share it, but we'll see. All right, here it goes. Two thumbs up while I chew. Sorry.
Does the camera guy get to try it?
Yes, I guess the camera guy gets to try. Come on, honey, tell me what you think. This is really good. This would be a great Sunday morning, quick breakfast. It's like all those times your parents made coffee cake. For all of you that remember coffee cake. This is coffee cake,
That's really good.
keto style. Really good. Definitely, definitely one of the better keto baking recipes. Hey, that's bite number 2.
It's really good.
Hey, did you see that?
This is really good.
Okay,
I'm not
last
a,
piece is mine.
I'm not a fan of the regular stuff, but this is actually really good. Fed some to the dog. Anyways. All right, back to you.
All right, thanks for stopping by. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up and check back. We're going to be doing a lot of keto baking, a lot of keto grilling, cooking. Going to come up with all kinds of new recipes. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.